Today, I pick a few characters here that they have different way, different style of writing and how to structure them. Today, I try to do something that from top to bottom. It's not from the left to right. Okay? And all these characters we talked about it in the past, but it's not really go into detail like fine tune. Like I said, the more moving more advanced, we have more fine tune. For example, a heart. There are so many ways of writing the heart. You can do the heart this way. Press up and then come down here. And then you come down, lift up the brush a little bit and down. And then you go at the ducktail. This is one way. Stand by itself. But there's another way as well. You go like this, up, and then come down again. You round up touching it, and then do like this. And also another style. This is for Cao Quan. The other one style, they go a bit long. Go like this. They wound up this way. Hook up. Okay, so this is when the heart itself stand by itself. It's not combined with something. When it combined with something that in the bottom of the character itself, it will go like this. This is the first one. That only 3 vertical stroke down. Or like this. Or like this. And this is what makes the character itself very interesting and more lively. For example, your goal or mind that you have 2 separate characters formed together with the heart. For example, this one, the top one is the earth or the soil, we call. Okay? And then the other one, then combined with the heart in the bottom. Combine the heart like this. So what I'm going to do, I will show this, for example. See? This one, the earth and the heart put together means your goal or your 志向 for our mind. It's very tough one, very because they have so many different meaning in it. in Chinese. Or you have another one, like wish you have a happy new year, or congratulations. You have different character up on the top. Now, in here, you don't put the heart like this in here. For two reasons. The whole character is not very aesthetic way. Secondly, you have two stem stroke here to make the character look back. So that's why the heart itself, or something like this, it will stand either, you can go it this way, or you can this way. And this way. Now, then you have to ask yourself how you make it to look better. But this one, for sure, it's not going to work in here. I tell you why. I just do it quick. You cannot just put three strokes like this in here. Because the character itself is supposed to be like this. 1, 2, and 3. So therefore, you cannot just put 3 strokes. Okay? But you can transfer it to a heart. Then what you're going to do? Now make sure that you need to open a bit wider, because you need to give enough room for the little guy in the middle here. Then you do the heart like this way. Okay? Now, in here, you will see, Peter, this heart is not stand right in the middle. It's not very good. It's not very stable. Stand good by itself. If you can see that, that means good, because now you can judge yourself. Why? Because I'm not in line with the proper way and make this part here. They are moving on the upper part. So what I can do to make it improve is this character that I'm going to do it here. So what I try to show, to demonstrate is, after you finish it, you have to watch what you're doing to make sure that they look good. Otherwise, you have to correct them and rewrite it. This one is. Okay, then you go. You give it a bit more room. So now you can see that it's almost in the center. Now this one a bit lower down here. Now the character looks better than before. You have so much empty space here and here. Now they occupy almost full and make harmonize. Then we will do it again to take the font. I remember last week, maybe May asked me how to do this part. Now you see, my hand and my brain, they all come together, always in line like that. Now this is the center. I'm doing here a bit more lower here, and then come up here. Now this one, I go a bit lower this down here. Try to make it not that empty down here. Then the whole character look better, isn't it? If you see it's not, you tell me how you feel. Then this is the time how you can improve yourself. Have any comment, Alice, when you look at that? It's okay? Yeah, May. Right, Bruce? Mm-hmm. All right. So you have another one similar to this. Yeah, when something like that, you need to make sure that you know where to go all the position. If you put this stroke down too long, then the whole character not good. Stop somewhere just slightly after here, then the character looks good. Because Li Shu is always more on flatten a little bit instead of square like this. Kai Shu hand printing, every single one will basically looking for right square instead of rectangular on a horizon this way. Now, another one for the heart, because now I'm talking about top and bottom. You have some character, they are side by side. Even though today I try to concentrate on top and bottom combination. But you need to know, this one also work with side by side with some other character. And then you using the different style of the heart to construct the position of the character. If I use something like this, so what character in here I should do? I would do like emotion, okay? Why? Because emotion over on the right hand side here is the color green. Then because color green, the top one is short. The top horizontal stroke is short. The second one also a bit short. But the last one will be more bigger. Then I have some room here for the little guy go up. This way you occupy in a nice way, and then you have some space for this guy to go, right? But if I do something like this for the same character, like this, it's not very good. Then you don't, you see, you are not very, no enough room on the right hand side to make this one wide open. So you have to think before you doing structure of the character. You're using this style because this little guy have room here, but this guy here, 3 stroke, they have no room. Okay? Now also, another character. You can use something like this for another character, because the character itself, they have very similar stroke together. And then they come down here, they have some room. For example, sex means male, female. Now, you borrow some room here. So you can do this. Make sense? And also, this one, I will use something like this for this character. You see? I try to borrow the space. You understand, Bruce?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Alex? From drawing, does that make sense to you? Yeah, that's how I work with that. So this one and this one, basically they can share because this part very similar to this. Only the last stroke they can borrow. So these two can basically work together, right? But if you're using something like that, the top is very bulky, a lot of stroke. And then this guy cannot come up here because otherwise you will have empty. If you go like this, then you have so much empty space in here. Make sense? So that's how I want you to think. Now this is, I have some demo later on for everyone. This is exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Now another character, this character, they combine either 3 individual characters to form one separate individual character. For example, you have this one. By itself. This is when it combined with someone, it's like that. But the character itself, by itself, to stand by itself, is like this. We will talk about that as well. So this is one character. The second character is like the sun, or another one they call spitting, like this. So this character I'm talking about, they have 3 individual characters to form one. Then you have number 10. So I'm going to put this together. Stan and sun and 10 together become a new character. See, watch. 1 dot and a short horizon like this. Okay, put this guy down here. So now this guy, you need to know how big and how far this guy can go. Normally this guy just slightly inside the second horizon stroke on the upper part. And normally they similar space. You see, similar space. Have a little bit room here. This room and this room, they look similar as well. Then this guy on the bottom got to be more lengthy than the top one. Okay? You see? So that, then they look good. Now this one, you cannot do something like this. Because then you will ask yourself, does it look good? For example, you like this way more wider, this way on the upper part, or the lower part down here. Right? So which way you think is look better, you decide. The similar character for this one, they have either you can do it this way, and I have seen it many of that do it the same thing. Sometimes I do it too, and I think that one is okay to do something like this. You got down here. Or you can think that way. You tell me which one you think that the structure look better to you. Top one like this or top like this? The lower one. See? That's how the aesthetic that we see. If this one you will see it a lot. 辛之面，韩国那个很辣的面。They do something like this. 辛字面啊，辛辣面啊，辛拉面。There's a instant noodle from Korea. They have this kind of structure. This one also says spicy, okay, or working hard. So many meaning, all depend on how you combine with the other character to make it different. Now, one more thing I haven't mentioned about the heart. You see, this character, the heart, this one means tolerate or be patient. This character, you see, purposely I open this one and this one high, wide open. Make the character very eye-catching. But a lot of people, they don't do it this way. They just do it like this. And then they have this. And this is nothing wrong. This is the way original supposed to be do it that way. But from art, from aesthetic, you can change it a little bit, extend this stroke or extend this one, but not too much. And this one means tolerate. The top part of this one means the knife. When people holding a knife, try to step on your heart. You know you're gonna get killed, you have to tolerate, you have to back off. So that's what the meaning. Okay? So, sometimes I like to play with, listen, I want to share with you what I'm thinking, how I create my art. For example, we talked about this one before. Just a few minutes ago. Sometimes I'm thinking about the meaning of the character, and I make a creative. I create some new style. See, you put a heart here, nothing wrong with that. It looks good also. But because this one is about the mind, your soul, how you have a strong mind, then I would like to make the bottom of the heart a little bit different, in a different style. Here. Okay, look the different here. On the heart. I'm doing this way. I make it like a heart, like a flower. Because I personally, I believe if something that in your mind you have something you want to do, it's just like flower should be, make it look more eye-catching. I do something like this, right? Instead of this. It's how you want to think. This is, I'm talking here now is more advanced of how you create, how you combine different styles to make your character look better than others, and eye-catching people. And people would say, oh, they look good, look different. The same thing like tolerance. I purposely make this one extended high here. Then I have this one up here, so make it open. One of my showpiece of the art, I don't even have this guy. I just go like this. Go up here. I totally ignore this guy. Why? Because I imagine, try to use this one instead to make it look good. I have more space on here. That's how you create it. But you cannot overdo. Just like one of the characters of my name. On top here, they have the two fire to frame. This is the name of my Chinese name. See? No. I don't do the same thing like this. This is the wood. I don't open up like that because you have open here and open here no good. So I'm using 2 dots. Now in here, you see you have 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, 4 dot. And make here so cloudy. What I do it only 3 dots instead. Let's let you to see. 1, 2. I borrow it. Nothing wrong because in the textbook they do have that. Only 1, 2, 3. We can do that. So before, what I try to say here as well, before you in the future to do creative, you need to check the textbook to see is there any precedent in the past. They do that. And then you use that to modify your own style to create. This is what I try to say, the something like this. Have a lot of other characters that I will more and more in the future have a few characters that Bruce have challenged, and Bruce asked me, which is I like it because I'm happy that Bruce asked me. One of them is the boy. Now this one, you doing the silken head also, and when the silken head and then lift up, I end this way. You press down, and then you make a turn a 90 degree. Now you do this way, and then you end up do the stroke to come down. See, still straight in the center. Then you go this way, you curve a little bit, but when you turn into a curve, you need to make sure that they in line, the turning curve in line. Then the whole character will look good. Then you finish with the horizon down here. Okay? Now, if you don't do it properly this way, for example, if they are not in line in the center, if you're turning it too low, too slow, down here, but the turn is already in here, out here, then you will see this whole thing is crooked on this side. It's not going to look like this way. Or you turn it too fast, and then the whole character shift. So when Bruce have this challenge on the word Haoshun, I don't know how to say Xiaoshun in English. Mean you treat your parent very nice, like the way your parent treat you when you were a baby. Okay, this is one of the very big thing that in Chinese we need to treat our parents when they become old and senior. So this one, Make sure that everything is also in the center. That's why at the bottom, now you open wide, so for the little guy here to stand here. Now you can see strict line, center, center here. When all the cross, center, then the character look good, right, Bruce? So now when you're doing this character, then you need to know. And also you see, this side, they are wide open to the right, then you don't look at this. Then this one also wide open to the left to make both ends, both left and right, very much the same space, isn't it? So that's the art, how you make a balance open up. If you have this stroke, the little guy here, in here, then the whole character look terrible. This one is a challenge and very hard to make it good. Now, here. You can do it this way, okay? Or you can also round it up a bit longer, up, like this. This basically a little bit round here, more happy. Lift up your brush a little bit, press, and then move back up and make it round. And then you can close together like this. Or you can just make it like triangle. Basically either a long triangle this way or a right triangle this way. Okay? So now we're doing the one called method in Chinese. They have 3 dots on the left hand side. This one Bruce asked me before the class today. And then we have this one, the 3 dots here. Now, you will see the little dot down here, I make it very short. I don't go all the way in. I tell you why later on. Because you have the short stroke, horizontal stroke up here, and then you have this one down. Now, I make it short, I leave more space because I need the little guy here to go there. I can stick inside a little bit. Now, then I have room. Either you want to touching it like this way, that's fine. The one that on the textbook that I hand out, my handout. Or still, I have to leave some room here. Okay, now I can do it this way. Still fine. Okay, Bruce? Now, a pine tree, the pine. On the left hand side is the wood. This wood is a bit lengthy. I have to remember when I say if the character itself born with lengthy structure, then the other side got to be in the middle of the partner. So what I would do, okay, Y on this end, then I have to make it in the center. See, I have room here, I have room here. Is it okay? Answer your question, Alice? Okay. How about you, May? Anything for you to raise? No. How about Bruce? Any more? Oh, I remember one last time. 好像是那个重。This one, I remember last time, everyone not doing a good job, last class. Yeah. You remember we have one character like that? Because this one, you cannot do it like this. Oh, sorry. My mind something else. You cannot do it like this. You cannot just do it short up here, go like this. It won't look good. This one got to be wide open instead of the bottom one. If you do it like that, then you have to have something on the top to make it, sometimes structured differently. You can do something like that. So that's why the top a little bit wide. Oh, the brush is not good. Let it dry a little bit. I try to do it in a better way. Now, if you do something like that, you can still do it from an art point of view. Okay? You can do something like this. But to make sure that the body itself have to be big enough, but not overpower. Then you can do that. You see, have to be slowly, gradually. It's small, getting bigger, and this way, it's not that bad to look into it. Okay? So you can do it this way. This is a bit challenge. How can you make the guy is not too wide open on the second stroke? Now, when you do something like this, you remember this little guy is not too wide open to have the same width on this side. Then you can do like this. But the bottom one should not be narrow, still have to be a little bit wider to make it balanced. Okay? What other thing, what other character that one more, good. Okay. Bruce asked the same question. Okay. This one, very good. It's right, you should write it that way. Bruce asked me the same question before the class. A lot of people, they confuse. They say, how come the mountain itself is not stand in the right, but have to go this way? And this is the way it's supposed to be. Because that one is not a mountain, but it looks like a mountain. So you have to write it on an angle. It's supposed to be this way. If you write it like the whole mountain stand like that, it's wrong. It's supposed to be like that.
See, when something like that, small font like that, you don't have to rush yourself to make it quick, because you want to make sure that every single stroke and do it perfectly. Not happy here. Push up, move the brush, press down. Now this one I saw your homework also have problem with this character. The same thing with May and Bruce as well. See, lift up. Wound up like this. Heavy, press down, lift up, light lift, press down. Now, this one you can do it this way. Normally I like to touching it a little bit, open on the end. This one, up, press, lift, move, and lift up. And then the same thing, this one, the same thing with the stand. Okay. 咩？幫我閂咗個水喉好嗎？唔該。閂咗乜嘢？水喉，水喉。Now, so you put this and this together. Press down, lift up. Now, because this character is lengthy, so the top and the center got to be a bit more compressed a little bit. You don't make it too lengthy, and the whole character looks so lengthy and tall. Now, more on the horizontal that way. Okay. 第二個章字。This one they have 3 different characters. This one is the 10. And then the sun. And then the stand. So put together. This is also very lengthy like this. And make it a bit compressed and wide open a little bit. This guy here, number 10. Okay. This one we talked about that before. This is the center. You will find this character is so funny. They will be more to the right hand side because of the last stroke here. Now I stop here. I don't go any further because I need to leave this guy to go underneath. Okay. Now this one in my textbook I wasn't doing very clear. Bruce have asked me the same question a couple times, so next time I will make it clear better that way because you have a little bit of stroke here and that wasn't clear on my textbook. So the same thing. Do a second one here. Some space. You have to change it, huh? Yep. Now a little bit close to the center stroke because you want to try to make it even, balanced. Roll up. The curve turn, don't turn the curve too fast, too early. Now I purposely to make it different because otherwise you're going to have 3 strokes the same style. Okay. Now also the same with the heart. Normally, for this character, you try to make the top and the bottom horizontal stroke similar to the width, bit wide open. Now, this is the top part. Not too long. And this guy go a bit down, so you have more room to occupy. Then we balance. Okay? Now another one. Where the second one, the 心個人。OK， 我呢度有字，我寫埋落去呢度。Now this heart is the different one. Is from the top, the bottom as well. This character for Bruce information is the knife. Okay. Lift up, happy, come down. Now. See, I'm not doing good. You know why? This guy too lengthy. Now I don't know where to put the dot. You see now? If it's short like this, I have no problem. Okay, so I leave it like this. Doesn't look good. That's why if I'm not thinking, then I will make a mistake. Okay? So I will do another one. So whoever get this, they know what to do. Now, I'm not going to too lengthy. Okay? Yep. This one, you can make it almost the same, but normally it's the bottom one should be a bit wider than the top one. Okay, Bruce? All right. And you get a candy for a word. Now, this one. Just a minute ago. Press down, struggle to the brush a little bit, then you will get that shape you want. Touching it, wide open, look up. You keep waiting, you're not thinking, and that's what happens. Now that one you can see the top and the bottom, they have more space and look more harmony, right? Than the first one.
Right.
So that's why I want everyone to understand the difference.
At one time, I think you mentioned there should be a little more space at the top than at the bottom.
Of course, yes. Most of the time when something like this, the one who do the roll, the laminated,
Right.
they leave more space on the top.
Right.
But in here, we very much try to harmonize. Now, this one you can also have 2 strokes or 1 stroke, still fine. Okay? But I don't want to confuse you, but I have to let you know. Now I won't do the same thing on the top like this, so that's why I'm choosing this. You see, so many way of doing this, right? All three different way. Okay, done.